Shit.
Building. All right. Website uh, building platform where you can come in and build your website. No coding needed, drag and drop. I guess some of you heard about it, some of you tried it even.
It's probably because I'm too close.
All right, cool. Um, so we have a lot of users around the world, around 100 million users operating in 200 countries, translated to 15 languages. Um, and I'm leading the music department on Wix. We are from Israel, Tel Aviv. I have Ron with me, and Chelsea from our office in New York, and Jody, our ambassador in Boston. And we are here to actually uh, present a collaboration that we are doing with the Berklee School, um, where we are building specific templates for you to use. Um, you will see probably the first one in the presentation. It's based on your requirements as defined by your faculty. So it's really interesting. And we will have a monthly session here when you can come and ask questions and if you need any help with your website and so on. So this is us. Jody will tell you a lot more about Wix and the Wix music player and the option that you can do there and a lot of other cool components that we have specifically for musicians. So
Take it away. Take it away, Jody. Hey, hi. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I am not from Tel Aviv, and I'm also not a Wix employee. I'm a small business owner here, right here in Boston. My business name is Socially Adept Solutions, and I build websites. And I want to tell you a little bit about me, just as you'll understand how it pertains. So I'm an old programmer, and I've been building websites for a long time, and I've used everything, you know, WordPress, Weebly, GoDaddy, whatever, you name it. And I came upon Wix a few years ago. And I have pretty much moved my entire client base over to Wix because it's so easy to use. It's easy for them to use. It's easy for, and what's quite often with other builders, there is some programming required. And I am telling you, as a programmer, there is no programming required. I mean, there are times when I would actually like to do a little bit, but Wix has done it all for me. And it's great because it frees me up for design, which is what I really like to do. And it takes care of everything. So you're going to see, we're going to go through the editor and you're going to see how great it is. But anyway, let's get started. I lost my, there we go. Okay, great. Okay, so what is Wix? Now, okay, now my little thing has stopped working. Here, I just want to advance the slide. What is Wix? How many of you guys are familiar with Wix? So a few. Okay, so Wix, yeah, it's a platform to build a website, but it is so much more. It really can encompass, it can really be the hub of your online presence. And you'll see as we go through how important Wix's ancillary features are. It's really, really great. But to give you, the Wix platform is, with it, sure you can create your website, but it's one central location, as I just said. You can establish your brand legitimacy with, you know, good branding across your online world, including social media. You can promote your music and music videos through Wix. You can sell your music and your merchandise on Wix very easily. I'll show you. And you can, and one thing I really love, Wix's connectivity to all social media platforms is fabulous. It's really simple. It really connects nicely, basically hitting a button and you're all set. And for those of you who wind up with fans that, you know, aren't on social media incessantly, you can also collect their contact information and send newsletters, send videos, send music, send whatever you need out to them. Am I too loud now? Okay, this is just, I want to give you a really brief overview. This is a commercial on YouTube.
Wix Music gives you everything you need for your music online. First, create your Wix Music website. It's easy, no coding needed. Sell your music directly from your site. Upload and let fans listen before they buy. You can easily keep track of sales and stats. Distribute to over 120 of the biggest streaming services and online stores. Wix Music makes it easy to create a professional electronic press kit. Send your EPK to booking agents, promoters, labels, and press. Add an online store and sell all your best merch straight from your website. Ultimately, nobody matters more than your fans. Use Wix Shoutout to send beautiful emails with album releases, tour schedules, and more. It's a great way to connect with your fans and hype them up for your next big show. Add our Bands in Town or Songkick apps to your website to promote gigs and sell tickets. Pack the house next time you hit the stage. Wix Music, everything you need for your music online.
So there you have it. I don't have to say anything else, right? Yeah. There's just a little 1-minute thing to kind of give you an overview, and now we're going to get really into it. So who uses Wix? You're not the first musicians to consider Wix. A lot of musicians already use Wix, and I'm going to show you a few of their websites. It's just going to scroll. If anybody gets like really into anything, I can show you their actual websites a little bit later. But this particular website is Rolf Kent. He's a composer. He's wrote the theme to Dexter, so you would know him from that. He also worked on the music for a ton of movies, including Legally Blonde, which I just thought that was really funny. I like Legally Blonde. And you can see he's set things up really as a composer would, you know. He's got his credits really right up front, which makes sense for him. So this next one is the Harvest Thieves, and they've used the electronic press kit template. Wix has tons of templates, which we'll get into for musicians specifically. And they've used that template. And this is a really slick-looking website. And really, if I showed you the EPK template, you'd see that it's very similar. They've dropped in their own imagery and their own color, but the templates are very easy to work with. This is the Buttering Trio. And they've done a really interesting thing. I think they've got their menu over on the left-hand side. They've got About. These are the playlists. They've used a vertical style, which does vertical and horizontal, which I'll show you. Videos, really nice, nicely presented. This is Arrested Development. Do you guys know Arrested Development? They're a Grammy award-winning band from Atlanta. And this is interesting to me. They're definitely, you can tell they're Grammy winners, and they're trying to get out there. All their imagery is crowds. So I think that's smart of them. And then last but not least, Danny Koch, I think it's Koch, also a composer. He composes for really everything, film, TV, commercials, video games. He's done the music for several of the Call of Duty games. I'm not a gamer, but I absolutely know that name. So Wix is already in use by lots of musicians, and these are pretty cool. So now, musicians' tools. Rather than review the entire editor, we're going to dive right into the musicians' tools. The editor is really drag and drop. You just click. It's very easy to use, as are the musicians' tools. So let's look at those. So for presenting your music online, there's the music player, and we'll get into that in depth. That's really important. You're going to love the functionality. There are music templates, as I just showed you, with the for setting up your website. They're all set up already with everything you need already in the template. So, and you can swap out color, imagery, everything. You can sell merchandise. So Wix has a very easy, again, drag and drop store. You just plop it right in, and then enter the detail of each of your items, and you're all set. You're good to go. You can manage your contacts and send newsletters also through Wix. And really cool, you can add video or music to the newsletter that goes out to your fans. So it's really great. You can showcase videos. You can promote tour dates. It's used, as you saw in the video, with bands in town. Again, you just click it and drag it into your website, and then put your dates in. There's a SoundCloud and a Spotify player that you can use, and there's also an iTunes button that you can use, that you can go to. So the music templates. This is a couple of examples of the templates. Wix has how many? I mean, there could be 300, 500 templates.